Does anybody deserve a government that works?
After weeks of keeping the country in suspense, New Hampshire's Secretary of State Billy Gardner, or Billy Gardner as the locals call him, made it official today. He set a date for the primary. So mark your calendars. It'll be the caucuses in Iowa on the 3rd of January. That's a Thursday. And Wyoming for the Republicans on the following Saturday, followed by New Hampshire on Tuesday, the 8th. Bim, bam, boom. Then a week later, Michigan. Caucuses in Nevada on Saturday the 19th, along with South Carolina's Republican primary. The Democrats do theirs a week later. Both parties close out January in Florida on the 29th. Got it? There's a quiz in the morning. Now, a big twist in the outing of CIA operative Valerie Plame. It comes from Scott McClellan, no longer following his job description back when he was the White House spokesman. Those words don't make news. Tonight, he's making news all right, dishing dirt on his old bosses in an upcoming book. We've only gotten a taste, and his publisher says that's all we're going to get. But as teasers go, it's pretty juicy. McClellan's allegation, the top government officials, including the president and vice president of the United States, were involved in his misleading the public about the leaking of Ms. Plame's identity. The meaning of the phrase "were involved" left unclear. Here's what we know. Flashback to the fall of 2003 and a White House under siege.
The president has made it very clear that the leaking of classified information is a serious matter, and he takes it very seriously.
At issue was the outing of CIA operative Valerie Plame and rumblings that top White House aides Karl Rove and Scooter Libby might have been involved.
They're important members of our White House team, and that's why I spoke with them so that I could come back to you and say that they were not involved. I had no doubt of that in the beginning, but I like to check my information to make sure it's accurate before I report back to you, and that's exactly what I did.
Now, Scott McClellan says he was misled. It was not true, he writes in an upcoming book. I had unknowingly passed along false information. Then comes the potential blockbuster, and 5 of the highest-ranking people in the administration were involved in my doing so. Rove, Libby, the vice president, the president's chief of staff, and the president himself. Libby was convicted of obstructing the investigation. Rove was not charged. Given McClellan's new take, Plame's husband says the president and vice president have some explaining to do.
At a bare minimum, for openers, I think it's incumbent upon the president and the vice president now to release the transcripts of their statements with to the special prosecutor, so that we now have a fuller understanding of what they knew, when they knew it, and what they said to justice.
McClellan is declining interview requests until his book is finished. His publisher, though, tells CNN the former top Bush confidant is not accusing the president of lying to him. Scott's not suggested that the president was himself party to a conspiracy to mislead, Peter Osnos of Public Affairs Books said. But it's pretty damn clear that other people knew what they had done and didn't tell the truth. Back in March, McClellan suggested to CNN's Larry King that both he and the president were misled.
I said what I believed to be true at the time. It was also what the president believed to be true at the time, based on assurances that we were both given. And knowing what I know today, I would have never said that back then.
McClellan's new account raises fresh questions about what Mr. Bush knew and whether he was lied to, not to mention the vice president's role. The book, a rare behind-the-scenes look from a former Bush insider, is due in April. Joining me now, David Gergen, veteran advisor to presidents from Richard Nixon to Bill Clinton. So, David, Scott McClellan, we see a blurb from the new book. Washington gossip or something meaningful here?
Well, it's about as muddy as the Mississippi River, isn't it, John? You can't tell what the heck this guy is saying. McClellan is not saying or suggesting that the president sent him out to lie. But he certainly heavily suggests that the president was complicit, that the president was somehow an enabler in him going before the press corps and lying about the non-involvement of Libby and Rove. What we have on here is a press secretary who got burned inside, and he's angry and he's hurt, and he's now writing a book. He wants to sell books, so it's a combination, and I do think it's brought a cloud over the president that is very, very hard to tell exactly what he's saying. I think he owes us an explanation.
Well, as we wait for the book, David, you were a fireman in previous administrations, brought in at times of trouble to help clean up messes. What is it like behind the scenes? Take us into the Oval Office when you're dealing with a crisis like this presidency was dealing with back in the fall there, when all these allegations from Joe Wilson were out. They were dealing with how to rebut him. The press secretary, I assume, wants to be on all the meetings, but what is the risk if somebody who speaks for the president being sent out based on bad information?
Well, there is that risk. Scott McClellan had just come there in July. This all happened in October. And the problem for the press secretary is this, John. The press secretary inside the White House is almost has to play reporter. He or she has to go around to the principals involved and ask questions and then trust them to tell him the truth before he goes before the press corps. And in this case, McClellan clearly did that. He went around and asked questions. And at least two people, we understand that Rove and Libby misled him before he went out. What's new about this is he's saying when he went out unknowingly misled the press, there were 5 people involved, and he lists the president, the vice president, chief of staff,
Good morning, everybody.
and Libby and Rove. So we're down to one of these classic cases when he uses the word involved. It all depends, I'm afraid, John, on what the meaning of the word involved involves.
Depends on your definition of involved. Democrats
Exactly
are having
right.
a field day with this, David. Many of the presidential candidates on the Democratic side issuing statements about that. I want to read you one from Senator Chris Dodd of Connecticut. He wants the new Attorney General, Mike Mukasey, to investigate. He says this: I call on the Attorney General to live up to his word and launch an investigation, an immediate investigation, to determine the facts of this case, the extent of any cover-up, and what the president knew and when he knew it. Political theater there. Do you see any potential legal ramifications of this, or is it just a political drama?
I think this is a political drama. I must say I don't see the legal ramifications. Joe Wilson and his wife have filed a civil suit here in this case, and it was thrown out at the lower level. They're appealing that. Should it go to a civil suit, then there will be some legal implications. But, you know, the special prosecutor has worked on this case extensively, some would say as exhaustively, and I think it's been basically behind us. This is Scott McClellan raising a non-legal issue that's more political and he's raised it in a confusing way that I think he owes the public. I also think he owes the president a clearer statement of what the heck he's really saying here.
Well, we may not get that till the book comes out in April, we are told.
Well, I think that would be wrong. I mean, you know, he did take the president's bread. I mean, he was on the president's payroll, and to bring the president in like this, to imply somehow that the president and the vice president were somehow responsible for his misleading the public, I think he owes it to the president and the vice president, as well as to the public and to the Wilsons, to clarify long before his book comes out.
David Gergen, thanks for your thoughts on this, the latest in the continuing political drama of the CIA leak investigation. David, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Up next, 2 lawmakers in trouble for 2 very different reasons. First, the city councilman you'll recognize from our Katrina coverage. And check this out. She's a congresswoman. He's a journalist. The story behind the slap coming up.
You put your hands under the dryer, rub them a bit, then give up and wipe your hands on your trousers. We all do this. Now, we were experimenting with something called air blade technology, and it dawned on me that this would be brilliant for drying hands. Instead of the old evaporation system, which blows all sorts of bacteria at you, we came up with 2 blades of high-pressure, purified air, which literally wipe off the water. It's a really satisfying solution to something that's always annoyed me.
If you've tried more than once to quit smoking, you know it's a challenge that's not for sprinters. If only you could manage to stay on that quitting road. Discover prescription Chantix. The Chantix approach is twofold. A non-nicotine pill with a program. The pill helps keep nicotine from reaching key receptors in the brain. It can effectively reduce that urge to smoke. And should you slip up, keep trying. Reach out for support. Tell your doctor which medicines you're taking, as they may work differently when you quit smoking. Chantix dosing may be different if you have kidney problems. Side effects may include nausea, trouble sleeping, changes in dreaming, constipation, gas, and vomiting. Studies show 44% were able to quit at the end of 12 weeks. So talk to your doctor about Chantix. It's all about getting there.
You know, your whole life they tell you to save, save, save.
And we did. But when the time comes, nobody really tells you how to start spending.
Actually, Fidelity can. They helped us figure it out. Of course, they have these new ways to do all that stuff.
They helped with our income needs, so now we're free to tackle the Great Barrier Reef.
What happened to Paris?
Did we talk about Paris?
A lot.
We're going to Paris next.
Retirement income now made easier. Call Fidelity or your own advisor. Smart move. CNN's Campbell Brown goes inside the ruthless world of political attack ads, broken government, campaign killers. CNN Wednesday night, right after the CNN YouTube debate.
Sharing timeless values. Samsung.
If you like to cook, you're gonna love what Tony Chachere's famous Creole seasoning does for food. Just a shake brings out the flavor in just about everything. Tony Chachere's makes everything taste great. Shake it, pour it on. Tony Chachere's, yeah!
A 360 follow for you tonight. Former New Orleans City Councilman Oliver Thomas sentenced to 3 years and change for corruption. Thomas pleaded guilty earlier this year to bribe taking and promised then to help authorities catch other bad apples in City Hall. But what do you know? Prosecutors say Thomas later told them he didn't want to be a rat. He will, however, be a new fish, reporting to prison January 3rd. Not so happy a new year. Corruption, immigration, and more. Ever wonder why they never seem to get fixed? CNN's Glenn Beck has some solutions, but you might not always like them. That's why he's calling his new page-turner an inconvenient book, Real Solutions to the World's Biggest Problems. He talked about it all with Anderson. Take a look.
What's the big thing that's driving you crazy right now? Your illegal immigration is something you talk a lot about.
Yeah, illegal immigration is, I think, just an example of how far off the tracks this government has gone, how much sovereignty we have sold out, really, to our global corporations. The solutions are really common sense.
You literally think a wall should be built between Mexico and the United States, and between Canada and the United States?
Yeah, for security reasons, yeah, absolutely. That's not going to stop illegal immigration. That will dramatically cut it down, but you're not going to stop people from coming in. Just like the war on drugs, you've got to stop the desire. You've got to stop the carrot.
Corporations who want cheap labor.
Yeah, who want the cheap labor, and I can't believe that I would be called a racist or a hate monger for trying to speak out against these global corporations who are wanting cheap labor. I believe illegal immigration on that front is modern day slavery.
It is interesting in the book and on the radio and on the television. I mean, you get vilified a lot by those who say, well, look, you're contributing to these divisions in America, this polarization of society. In truth, a lot of, the solutions that you write about in the book boil down to, let's discuss this. Let's get together. Whether it's global warming, whether it's immigration. Yeah. You're actually not particularly divisive. You're actually talking. You're actually a proponent of conversation and discussion.
Right. The problem is, and it's so funny because if you watch the television show, I'll have people on. I've had Hollywood celebrities on the show for a full hour that swear they hate me when they first sit down, and when they leave, they end up liking me. And it's because we have a lot in common. We have more in common, and those things are principles. We have more in common than we have that separate us. We need to remember, the left and the right, that what divides us are policies, not principles.
But we're encouraged by our politicians and by people in the media to focus on those divisions. We're encouraged to be polarized.
And that is the big lie. I talk a lot about this and political correctness and the political games in this book. That is the big lie, and that's what's really going to destroy us in the end. I don't know about you, Anderson. I know you travel all around the world. I travel all around the United States, and I've sensed something happening in this country that I've never sensed before, and that is real discontent and real separation from each other. We must understand that Democrats, for the most part, are not, dope smoking hippies that want to take us to the Soviet Union. And Republicans, for the most part, are not evil, hate-mongering warmongers that just want to blow the world up. There are those people on both ends, but that's not who the average person is. The average person loves America, understands common sense, and just wants to get it done.
Anderson there talking to Glenn Beck. Now we want to get you caught up on some of tonight's other headlines, so here's Erica Hill with the 360 Bulletin.
John, a lot of outrage tonight over a rape case in Saudi Arabia. This week, a Saudi court sentenced a rape victim to 200 lashes and 6 months in prison, boosting her previous punishment of 90 lashes. Well, today, her husband spoke out to say she is crushed by that sentence. He blamed just one judge, though, who he says has a personal vendetta. He did not blame the Saudi judicial system. More recalls and more concerns tonight about lead, this time in Sparkle City. Charm bracelets and other children's jewelry, you guessed it, made in China. The items were sold at Big Lots, Family Dollar stores, as well as other locations. And some new insight tonight on the brain power of babies. A new study suggests 6 to 10-month-olds can actually tell the difference between naughty and nice playmates. They know which one to choose even before they can talk. But you know that because your children are gifted. You could tell when they were that young, right?
They certainly could. How about yours?
Oh, absolutely. He's a very smart little boy.
Oh, unlike mine, they choose nice, not naughty.
All right, now on to our next segment. What were they thinking? This video is wild. A lawmaker in Venezuela takes aim at a journalist. Take a look. Yeah, again, the woman in the t-shirt there, she's a Venezuelan lawmaker who stormed on a live TV set, slapped around the journalist, accusing him of slander after he wrote about the death of her infant son years ago.
Ouch.
Yeah, and she, by the way, wants an apology. She wants an apology. I don't know. You're in Washington all the time, John. Would that happen there with the lawmaker?
She wants an apology. I've been cussed at by politicians. I've been glared at by politicians. I've never been slapped or thumped with a microphone. That's whole new world for me. How about you?
It never happened to me, but watch your step. You're around them much more than I am. The beatdown could be next, John King. It's election season.
I'm not sure we should show them this video. It might give them some ideas.
It's an excellent point. Maybe they're not watching. They're on their way home for Thanksgiving.
Amen, Erica. Thanks very much. Now here's John Roberts with a look at what's coming up tomorrow, Thanksgiving morning on American Morning.
Thanks, John. Tomorrow we bring you the most news in the morning, the Thanksgiving edition. We're live from Butterball University, answering your emails about your holiday bird. Plus, a family reunion, a father and son serving together in Iraq lay eyes on their parents and grandparents back home in Mississippi. And meet a couple of real-life action heroes, soldiers who have become models for video games. Wake up to
Butterball University. Up next, if you haven't left for Grandma's house yet, take a look at what you're facing. A question, though, are things as bad nationwide as they look in some places? We'll check in with Chad Myers. Also ahead, actor Dennis Quaid's newborn twins reportedly given an overdose of a potentially deadly drug. It's not the first time this has happened. We're keeping hospitals honest. Coming up.
The world. The markets. The flow of ideas. The flow of money. Experience. The flow of goods. Reputation. Capital. Knowledge of the marketplace. The search. The political reality. The economic reality. Practical reality. Relationships. Brain power. Wisdom. The world. Morgan Stanley. Worldwise.
There's no better reward than knowing that you've changed a child's life forever for less than $1 a day. 11-year-old Gresham and his little brother Bernard live in a small village. The children are orphans. It's Gresham's job to care for his baby brother. Imagine what it's like being 11 years old and being father and mother to your little brother. The children sleep on a plastic ground sheet. Bernard gets to sleep on a heavier plastic bag because it's warmer. There's often no food in the house. Gresham does his best to be strong for his little brother, but admits that sometimes he finds it very, very hard and wishes his parents were still alive. When we share what we have of our abundance, we begin to create a world where every child has access to the basic essentials of life, education, and enough to eat, and hope for the future. Plan USA has identified over 3,000 children who are waiting for a sponsor right now. So please call and change a child's life forever. Call the number on your screen or visit online to sponsor a child right now. We'll send you 2 photos, one of your sponsored child and one of their family, as well as information telling you about your sponsored child and their community. Your sponsorship will help provide access to clean water, education, housing, and medical care. Things that will improve a child's life and help give them a better future. There are many, many children like Gresham in the same situation, waiting for help. Please make that phone call right now. There's one child waiting for your help.
A debate so epic, even Abraham Lincoln wants to be there. The CNN YouTube Republican debate. Anderson Cooper live. The CNN debate where the citizen is the star. The CNN YouTube Republican debate. 1 week from tonight.
Lines at the airport, but not quite the nightmare many were expecting. Close to 40 million Americans are expected to travel 50 miles or more this weekend. That's according to AAA. The question right now, how much of the holiday crunch is turning out A-OK? CNN's Chad Myers tonight handling traffic and weather. Chad?
Traffic and weather together on the fours today.
On the fours.
On the 34s. Good evening, John. Things are looking okay today. LaGuardia never did very well all day. The arrival rate was 34, and LaGuardia needs more than 34 planes on the ground every hour to keep up. And right now it's down about 2 hours or so. Still 4,300 planes in the sky right now. For a time, we had 7,100 today. So where are the choke points? Well, it really was always the Northeast. Even though there was rain across the Midwest never really went down very badly. I mean, we never really saw Chicago do anything more than about 35 minutes or so. LaGuardia, you are still a 2-hour ground delay. Now, what does that mean? A ground delay for you means that if you are planning on taking off from an airport to LaGuardia, they are holding you for 2 hours at your gate, no matter where it is, Chicago, Cleveland, Atlanta, whatever, and just before you can take off because they don't have enough landing time because of the low clouds there in Newark, LaGuardia as well. Because of the low clouds, you can't get as many planes in. You have to separate the planes out a little bit farther, so you can't get them in as fast. You can't get them in as many as, obviously, as you would like. Something else I want to talk to you about, too, is one more thing going on across the Southeast. We do have a lot of rainfall coming through from Jackson, Mississippi, and even some rain in Atlanta. And there's nobody here in Atlanta, John, is going to complain about this rain because it's so very dry here. All the reservoirs are drying up. But a lot of rain across the upper Midwest. It's a terrible drive at night to drive in the rain. Windshield wipers going, headlights on. You can't see as well. Slow down, take your time, because as soon as you get through the wet, then you get white from Milwaukee back to Davenport. John?
An applause at home from everyone for Chad for keeping us posted on this all week. Chad, thanks very much, and happy
welcome,
Thanksgiving.
To you, too.
And do you have a Thanksgiving travel horror story? If so, we want to hear from you. Go to CNN.com/360, link to the blog, and post your comments. We'll read some of them in the next hour. Now, a shocking story that might have been overlooked, except the celebrities involved. But it's likely to hit home for anybody who needs medical treatment. The details in brief: the newborn twins of Dennis Quaid and his wife reportedly given an accidental overdose of a blood thinner at a hospital in Los Angeles. Fortunately, with no adverse effect in this case, according to the hospital. More on that in a moment, but consider this. The Institute of Medicine reports at least 1.5 million Americans die or experience adverse reactions from avoidable medication errors each year. That's at a cost to hospitals of more than $3 billion a year. Now, David Mattingly keeping them honest on a matter of life and death.
Until a few months ago, these containers of the blood thinner heparin looked so similar, but one contained a dose 1,000 times stronger than the other. Patient safety advocates say labeling drugs more clearly should be an easy fix.
It's a problem that has remained on the back burner. And to that extent, it makes me angry to see when this occurs.
The celebrity news website TMZ reports that on Saturday, twins belonging to actor Dennis Quaid were given a serious heparin overdose at the Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles. The hospital admits 3 patients were mistakenly given a dose 1,000 times too strong. According to a hospital statement, 2 of them needed medication to counter the overdose and afterwards showed no adverse effects. Keeping them honest, we wanted to know how such a mistake could happen. But Cedars-Sinai Hospital will not comment on the source of the mix-up, except to say that it was a preventable error. An overdose of heparin can be fatal. 3 premature babies died at an Indianapolis hospital in 2006 after a pharmacy technician with 25 years' experience delivered the wrong vials. Just like at Cedars-Sinai, babies were overdosed with a concentration 1,000 times too strong. After that tragedy, Baxter Pharmaceuticals joined with the FDA in February, warning of fatal consequences of misreading its similar blue labels. A spokeswoman for Baxter tells us those labels have since been changed, but would not say if the new ones were in use at Cedars-Sinai. Vials of the higher doses are marked with a black bar and wrapped in a special caution sleeve.
Vessel above the heart.
Doctors familiar with the drug tell us in most hospitals, heparin is mixed into a baby's IV solution in the pharmacy. And when it's used in very small doses, it's a valuable agent to prevent blood clots in newborns. Without it, blood clots could clog nutrients dripping into the baby's system. Clots could also break free and cause serious complications.
Heart damage, infection, sepsis, and stroke.
And in spite of heparin precautions, a spokeswoman for the manufacturer says there is still no substitute for careful reading of the labels. At Cedars-Sinai, the worst of tragedies may have been averted, but clearly the danger still exists. David Mattingly, CNN, Atlanta.
Up next, more a case perhaps of medical misjudgment than straight-up mistake. Just the same, it can be deadly. Doctors prescribing a powerful narcotic patch, too powerful for a lot of patients. When 360 continues.
Circuit City is the place to save on all your holiday shopping. Don't wait till Friday morning to get the year's coolest gifts. Shop all day Thursday at CircuitCity.com for incredible savings. Like this 47-inch Olivia 1080p LCD HD TV for just $1099.99. This Olympus digital camera is only $99.99 after $30 instant savings. And this Sony laptop is only $1149.99 after $150 instant savings. Shop and save all day Thursday at CircuitCity.com.
Well, gold is more than just a color for Century 21. It's a standard. What I do, it's about service. So much of my job is about things you don't see, the research and negotiations, so that you don't walk into a home that you're not interested in. Because time is gold. So that when that sold sign goes up, you struck gold.
Century 21. The gold standard.
I don't have prescription drug coverage.
We don't either. They all need a break on their prescriptions, and they all got one by getting this card, the Together RX Access Card.
They're for people like us.
People who don't have prescription drug coverage.
Most cardholders save 25 to 40% on brand name prescriptions. You can save on generics, too.
It's free to get, and it's free to use.
If you meet these requirements and your household income isn't more than what you see here, then you qualify for the card. So call today or apply online.
This is Sync.
Play artist, The Strokes. Call office.
Good afternoon, Harrison Baxter.
Shuffle on. Call mom. Call Joe.
Introducing Sync. Voice activate your MP3 player, Bluetooth phone, and more. Sync, powered by Microsoft, exclusively on new Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury vehicles.
Smarter and sleeker. Now with real-time, turn-by-turn GPS navigation. It has the intelligence you require with the beauty you desire. The all-new BlackBerry Curve from AT&T, the world's leading provider of BlackBerry service. In new colors, titanium and red. AT&T, your world delivered.
It was all over the place, literally. An IRA here, a bunch of funds there. That's why we kept putting off moving here. We thought it'd be a nightmare. But actually, with Schwab, it was the opposite. You get this concierge person, he did the paperwork, called the old firm for me, showed us around the website, all that stuff. It was a breeze.
Before the break, a medical error reportedly resulting in Dennis Quaid's newborn twins getting an overdose of blood thinner. Not uncommon, as David Mattingly reports. Well over 1 million people a year having an adverse reaction, even dying in some cases, from medication errors. Now, an often misused medication that has killed more than the pain. Here's David again, looking for answers and keeping them honest.
It's up to 100 times more potent than morphine, and it could kill you. The pain medication fentanyl, often delivered in a medicated patch, comes with pages and pages of warnings.
The patch cannot get too warm. The heating pad or hot water or direct sunlight that causes the temperature to go up will cause the medication to be delivered at a much higher rate.
Fentanyl patches, originally marketed under the name Duragesic by Johnson & Johnson, were created as a painkiller of last resort for patients in constant pain or with terminal cancer who have already built up a tolerance to weaker pain medications. But in spite of government warnings and packaging, experts say this drug continues to be misused with fatal consequences.
The number one problem that we see is it's misprescribed. It's given to patients who should never receive the drug.
You're about to see one of those tragic cases. It's a man who died after using just one patch prescribed after surgery. And you won't believe what that surgery was for.
They went in and cut the uvula off the back of his throat.
That little thing in the back of your throat, that's what he had cut out?
Yes.
And he did this so he could sleep better?
Yes.
Bud Kinnaman went to a military hospital in 2005 for surgery to cure sleep apnea. When doctors sent him home with a patch to recover, he went to sleep and never woke up.
So I called 911. And even at that point, I said, I think my brother is dead.
A coroner's report determined Kinnaman died of acute fentanyl intoxication. Just 3 months earlier, the Food and Drug Administration issued a fentanyl patch warning following deaths due to incorrect use. And the U.S. military forwarded that warning to all its facilities. Fentanyl patches should not be used to treat short-term pain, pain that is not constant, or pain after an operation.
It was prescribed in complete violation of its warnings.
From 1998 to 2005, 3,545 deaths were reported to the FDA that had been linked to fentanyl overdoses. While it's not known what percentage of the deaths were due to misprescribed fentanyl patches versus abuse of the drug, Michael Cohen of the Institute for Safe Medication Practices maintains misprescribing is the major issue and that there could be thousands more deaths going unreported. Where does the responsibility for all these deaths lie? Is it with the patient? Is it with the doctor, the pharmacist?
Well, I think that's a good question. I think a lot of it is on the company. And working with the Food and Drug Administration, we need a much better warning system with these drugs. We need more alerts. We need the physicians to be more aware of it.
Keeping them honest, we went to Johnson & Johnson with questions on how fentanyl warnings could be improved. They sent us to a subsidiary called Ortho McNeil here in northern New Jersey. But no one here would talk to us on camera. But a company spokesman told us in writing that they communicate consistently with healthcare professionals and patients, and they continue to support a risk management program working closely with the FDA. Not enough, according to Michael Cohen.
So I would like to see much stronger warnings on the wrapper that these patches, individual patches, come in.
The drug became available to generic manufacturers in 2005, making it cheaper and more available to patients than ever. We asked the FDA if people are dying, why do doctors keep misprescribing the fentanyl patch? That was yesterday. Tonight, a spokesman said they still don't have an answer. David Mattingly, CNN, New York.
You can find more information on fentanyl patches and the brand name drug Duragesic on the 360 blog. Go to cnn.com/360 for a link to the blog. Up next, a big Thanksgiving helping of raw politics, plus a giant turkey you have to see to believe. Also ahead, more than 2 years after she disappeared, a major new development in the Natalee Holloway case. Details coming up on 360.
They say a man should always dress for the job he wants. So why am I dressed up like a pirate in this restaurant? It's all because some hacker stole my identity. Now I'm in here every evening serving chowder and iced tea. Should have gone to freecreditreport.com. I could have seen this coming at me like an atom bomb. They monitor your credit and send you email alerts, so you don't end up selling fish to tourists in t-shirts.
Offer applies with enrollment and Triple Advantage.
CNN's Campbell Brown goes inside the ruthless world of political attack ads, broken government, campaign killers. 1 week from tonight, right after the CNN YouTube debate.
With breaking news, you have to let the pictures tell the story. That's why we send Air 12 above the scene. and get reporters as close to the action as we
You can see behind us here.
When a landmark church went up in flames,
strength of this congregation will stand.
It impacted an entire community. So we knew we had to tell that story.
Good Day Oregon, mornings on Fox 12. TV just got better. Weekday mornings at 9 on Fox 12 Oregon.
What happens when you combine this with this? You get results. See hundreds of local home listings right from your TV with House in Demand on Searchlight Channel 888. Shop by price or location 24/7. Searchlight Channel 888 is the fastest way to see hundreds of local listings at the touch of a button. Select Channel 888 on your Comcast remote, then real estate, then home listings. Find your next home on Searchlight Channel 888. Powered by HouseInDemand.com.
Comcast has all your favorite kids programming. Since the beginning of time, mankind has studied the signs of the universe. Now, a new sign has appeared. Puka. See it weeknights at 8:30 on Toon Disney. Possible? Kim Possible. New undercover missions, a sleek new ride, and all new disguises. Be a spy with Kim Possible. Weekdays at 4 on Toon Disney. Comcast Channel 122. Toon Disney and Comcast, bringing kids great entertainment.
Let's talk about home phone service, y'all. Come along with a big old expensive phone call. Yes, we are. And you can help us get bigger today. So big. So expensive. Not like Comcast. Digital voice. Over $200. That's per year, y'all. You can help us get bigger today. Who needs Comcast? DOEPC.
You've been waiting for the CNN YouTube Republican debate 1 week from tonight.
Among politicians, pork is always on the menu, but tomorrow they can opt for a helping of the other white meat. We're talking turkey, of course, and until it's roasted, basted, and rotisseried, it's ripe for raw politics. Here's Tom Foreman.
The turkey is roasting, the gravy is bubbling, but let's be thankful for some raw politics first. And we start with what might be the final piece in that primary puzzle.
Thanks for New Hampshire. The Granite State has finally decided to hold its primary on January 8th, just 5 days after Iowa's caucuses.
First and foremost, we were going to preserve the New Hampshire tradition, and this will let us do it.
And what does all this mean for normal voters? Only this. With all the big states that will quickly follow, we should clearly know the Democratic and Republican nominees well before Valentine's Day. Thanks for the new Mideast Peace Conference coming up. Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice says she hopes for a lasting peace deal before the end of the Bush era. Yes, and I'm hoping for a pony. Thanks for dinner guests. Quinnipiac University asked which presidential wannabe would you want at your table for the holiday meal? The Hill, the Obama-Rama, and Rudy lead the pack in that order. Insert your extra turkey joke here. John McCain, by the way, not available. He will be in Baghdad. And big thanks for this. Almost all the other candidates are off the trail for Turkey Day. A full day of no attacks, counterattacks, and counterattacks.
So enjoy your bird, eat your stuffing, but keep your giblets warm. We'll have another big bowl of raw politics on Monday. John?
Assuming he doesn't eat too much, Tom will be back on Monday. A reminder, a lot more raw politics 1 week from tonight. That's when Anderson hosts the second CNN YouTube debate. This time, it's the Republican candidates answering your questions. We've already had thousands of submissions, like this one from Robert in Culver City, California.
These are American Indians. And these are American Indian mascots. Robert Schmidt, publisher of Blue Corn Comics in Culver City, California. My question is simply this. Yes or no? Are these mascots insulting to Indians? And should we eliminate them?
The debate's on Wednesday, the 28th, and if you want to send a question, it's not too late. Just go to CNN.com/YouTube debate. Almost time for the shot of the day. An annual ritual, just a turkey toss. From our CNN studios here in New York, a turkey toss, and there's something new in the air. First, though, Erica Hill joins us again with a 360 News and Business Bulletin. Hi, Erica.
John, tens of thousands of lives are threatened tonight by powerful storms barreling towards Southeast Asia. Up to 200,000 people in the Philippines are being moved to shelters, and Vietnam is appealing for international aid. New developments emerging in a sensational Italian murder case we've been covering. Police are now waiting on DNA test results for a 20-year-old American student, Amanda Knox, as well as her Italian boyfriend. The couple are among 3 people being held in the killing of Knox's British roommate. Investors are going to have to look to Hearth and Home for something to be thankful for tomorrow, because they didn't find it today on Wall Street. The Dow sliding 211 points on the session to close about 200 points below the 13,000 mark. Both the Nasdaq and the S&P also posted losses. And the Grinch may be giving a little back this holiday season. A judge in New York today ordering the curtain to rise again on the Broadway show Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. That show had been closed since stagehands walked off the job 11 days ago. But apparently not going to last much longer.
Is there some connection between the stock market diving yet again and the Grinch coming back on stage?
That's an excellent question. We'll do an investigative look for you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be into that all over it, keeping them honest. Now, Erica, stay right there. The Shot, a preview of things to come on Turkey Day, the annual inflating of the balloons for the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade. You know, Erica, we do this story every year, rather predictable, but never gets stale. Look at that.
But you know, I love the balloons. I love the parade. However, I've got a little something for you. I'll see your inflatable animals, and I will raise you some dramatic animal video brought to our friend the squirrel. This is the craziest turkey I've ever seen. It may not look real big in this picture, but just wait. I think we have another picture of this 85-pound gobbler sitting next to a man. Here's the story. It actually turns out that it's going to be a 72-pound turkey on the table tomorrow. This was sent to us by Richard Portnoy from Minnesota. He apparently has had, for over 20 years, a little friendly rivalry going with his dad and then his sister to see who could have the biggest bird on Turkey Day. He found himself an 85-pound bird. There it is. After it was plucked and poor guy was killed. It's going to be 72 pounds tomorrow. I think there may be a few leftovers there. He could make a turkey tetrazzini. That's what my aunt always does with her leftovers.
Turkey tetrazzini.
Oh, yeah.
Send me the recipe.
I will. I'll call my Aunt Sarah. I'll have it sent to you.
A happy Thanksgiving to you, Erica.
And to you.
And a reminder, we want you to send us your shot ideas after you enjoy your Thanksgiving dinner. If you see some amazing video, tell us all about it at cnn.com/360. Up next, the case captured international attention. And tonight, there's a major new development. 3 arrests in the disappearance of Natalee Holloway. Will her family finally get justice? We'll talk to attorneys on both sides when 360 continues next.
.360 News and Business Bulletin, brought to you by Oppenheimer Funds, the right way to invest.
Opportunity doesn't knock. Opportunity waits. Waits for people with the knowledge, experience, and talent to locate it. At Oppenheimer Funds, our investment teams have been creating value by finding hidden investment opportunities for over 45 years. Oppenheimer Funds, the right way to invest.
Carefully consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Call your advisor for a prospectus with this and other fund information. Read it carefully before investing.
So much humanity came through here.
My grandfather came with a small amount of luggage and a lot of hope.
Everyone who came through here was looking for an opportunity and also passed down that opportunity to the next generations.
I thoroughly believe Ellis Island to be a national monument.
We should save these buildings. Some have been, but there's more to be done.
Help us out here, America, and help us save Ellis Island.
Go to weareellisisland.org. Sponsored by Arrow, authentic apparel since 1851.
Having trouble getting to work after a car accident? One call to Farmers Help Point could fix that. Farmers Help Point. Sanity makes a comeback.
CNN Thanksgiving Day. Make a feast of some of CNN's top investigations in 2007. And for dessert, dig into 50 years of pop culture. A day of the year's best documentaries. CNN Thanksgiving Day starting at 1 Eastern.
Introducing the D64 series, the slimmest, lightest Aquas ever. From the leading innovator in liquid crystal television, Sharp.
Managing a fast-growing business?
We'll be there.
Then manage your office furniture as smartly as you manage your money.
We'll be there to take care of everything.
Cord can help you stay flexible.
Whatever you need.
We'll be there to give you options.
We'll be there.
To deliver and set up in 48 hours.
Only one company can do it all seamlessly.
Anytime, anywhere, we'll be there.
Wherever you're heading, we'll be there.
Closed captioning hours provided by Snore Stop. It really works.
Snore Stop, proven effective to stop or reduce the symptoms of snoring. Available in spray and tablets at a store near you. Snore Stop, it works.
Tonight, new developments in the disappearance of Natalie Holloway. 3 suspects back in custody. Police let them go last time for lack of evidence. They say this time they've got the goods. We're digging deeper. Also tonight, the president's former spokesman. His new book, Dishing Dirt, faced big trouble because of an oil fire somewhere near the Atchafalaya Basin. The main route between Baton Rouge and Lafayette is closed until December 4th. She says traffic is reported to be so thick and so slow on the only alternate routes that it's taking people 3 to 4 hours to get from Baton Rouge to Lafayette. Police are directing traffic in the small towns along the way that don't have many traffic lights. Ouch. Good luck, Debbie. While Lori Ann in Buellton, California says, luckily, I'm staying home. However, cooking for a house full of relatives who each have to have a special dish. 5 pies, turkey, ham, and enough food to feed all of the state. Well, I really think I'd take the horror of circling the globe until Christmas just to avoid tomorrow's happy day. Happy travel to all. You'll be busy, Lori Ann. Hang in there. We wish everyone, of course, a happy and a safe Thanksgiving. To share your travel stories, go to cnn.com/360, link to the blog, or send us an email through our website. That does it for 360. I'm John King in for Anderson. Again, please have a safe and a happy Thanksgiving. For our international viewers, CNN Today is next. Here in the States, Larry King coming up.
From Dancing with the Stars.
Whatever it takes.
America's quick-stepping sweetheart, Marie Osmond. Melanie Brown, she's the scary Spice Girl and a spicy competitor.
Satisfaction guaranteed!
Indy 500 champ, Helio Castroneves.
Mind-boggling. That was ridiculous.
We've got judges Carrie Ann Inaba and Bruno Tonioli, too. Also joining us, Dancing with the Stars co-host Samantha Harris. Plus, last season's winner, Olympic gold medalist Apollo Anton Ono.
Pick it up.
Our Dancing with the Stars guests are stepping out, speaking up, and hey, who knows, maybe spilling some backstage beans. All that and more next on Larry King Live. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mario Lopez from Extra, sitting in for Larry King. And then there were 3. The final couples for season 5 of the hit TV show Dancing with the Stars were announced last night. They compete for the top prize next week, and you can bet they're training real hard. But tonight, the finalists are taking a break to join us. Marie Osmond. Her journey to the finals has been a real roller coaster ride, to put it mildly. Melanie Brown, she's rehearsing for the Spice Girls reunion tour. And champion race car driver Helio Castroneves. He'll need to put pedal to the metal if he's going to outdance Marie and Mel B. Well, first off, congratulations to you both.
You know, I just realized I'm surrounded by dimples here. Look at yours and look at yours. What is this about?
It's like a couple of golf balls.
That's good, huh?
You know, Marie, I usually gauge how the competition is going by speaking with my mother, because this happens to be her favorite show, and she's the target demographic.
She watched you.
She did. She was
and
great.
You were
very
brilliant.
supportive. Thank you. I appreciate that. She's a big fan of yours.
Oh.
Loves you and your doll collection.
Oh,
might I add.
thank you.
And I got to tell you,
I'm a big fan of Marie. You know, everybody's a big fan of Marie.
Big fan of Marie, I'm sure.
Sweet. You're way cute.
I've always thought you were great, but I got to tell you, I have a whole new level of respect for you just for the things you have to deal with this last 9 weeks. I mean, everything from your father passing, finalizing a divorce, having a son in rehab, fainting in front of 25 million people, losing over 30 some odd pounds, and learning
those are
10
just the
dances.
things you know about.
Right, exactly. How have you managed to handle it all?
Do you know, Mario, there's a lot of women out there like me. Women are resilient. We multitask. We compartmentalize. We're like, it's like I said, we're like water. We kind of flow in and out of things, making sure everything's taken care of. And honestly, the support, the feedback that I've gotten from this show, the show's been a gift to me because it makes you focus on something, and it kind of gives you a little time out. And so it's been a healthy diversion for me because it releases the endorphins and it's been a wonderful experience.
Therapeutic, if you will.
Yeah, therapeutic in a very strange way. But you know, life isn't going to change because you're dancing. But you know what? You can change your attitude. And I've always said I'd rather climb a mountain than crawl into a hole. And this has been a huge mountain to climb.
It has. I mean, Maria,
but
at
I
any
laugh.
point, though,
I try to keep a good, positive attitude.
you've dealt with it just wonderfully. But at any point, did you ever consider quitting?
No, never. No, I'm not a quitter. No.
Just point blank.
Yeah, just not.
Mel B, I believe, has just joined us via satellite from rehearsing her. Hey, there she is. Hi, Melanie.
There she is.
Hey.
How are you?
How are you both?
Melanie, of
I'm
course,
very well, thank you.
known as Scary Spice, but I think you've evolved to Super Spice.
I don't know.
Because you got a lot to deal with as well. You like that? I mean, you've
yes,
recently had a
In
baby.
fact, I just
You've gotten married.
That's true, and I just finished my Spice rehearsals today.
You just finished your Spice rehearsal. You've got the tour to deal with. How have you been juggling it all?
It's all about balance, and planning everything. So everything gets done equally. My kids, the Spice Girls, Max, Dancing with the Stars, then me. Sleep.
So because you're so busy, Mel, I know, are you proud of the fact that you've probably put in the fewest hours of rehearsal and yet have made it to the finals?
You know what? I rehearse in my head all night long. I'll be waking up at 2 in the morning going, what was that step again? It doesn't stop. My brain doesn't switch off, honestly. But it's been so much fun. I am so shocked that I'm still in it. And I've learned all these amazing dances. You know, I feel very, very lucky. I really do.
Elio, you're the last man standing, literally.
That's right. That's right. Watch out, girls.
You're in the final lap. Pun fully intended there.
That's right.
What is going through your head?
I can't believe it. I mean, at the beginning of the show, obviously, my first goal was not to be eliminated first, you know. So, and all of a sudden, I'm here with amazing people and having a good time. If you heard Mel B saying, you listen to Marie, we all having a great time. And actually, you've been part of it, so you know how much fun it is. Yes, everybody want to win. Remember, we always talk about you don't want to go there to be last or third or finish fourth. But you know, right now it's the point that wow, we're in the finals. So this is just incredible.
I know, that's
you know?
a big deal. Well done, you two. Well done.
I know. But we do love each other. I mean, it's like a family. It really is. And I don't know how your cast was, but we're insane.
Oh, man.
And we're
We are.
we really are. And I tell you, Mel, I couldn't love her more if I tried. She cracks me up. She's a funny woman.
You crack me up, too.
She's so funny. And he's just like hanging out. He's like, what'd you say?
I love it. Very international flavor there.
Yeah.
Melanie, is it what you expected? Did you think it would be a little more fierce, the competition? Did you think you'd get as chummy with the competitors?
Do you know what? I walked into this completely open-minded, not knowing what to expect. And I think that's the best thing to do in these kind of situations. And I'm having so much fun. I'm glad I didn't go in with an already pre-thought. Yeah, it's great.
Now,
And I think you and I are the two that really just sat on the couch and just had fun, don't you think? I mean, as far as females.
Definitely. Yeah.
He's having a ball.
having a
He's
good time.
wonderful.
Oh boy.
But at the same time, Elio, it's taken a bit of an effect on your personal life because I know you've postponed your wedding till after the show, correct?
That's correct.
How was your
Oh,
fiancé
have you? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Oh, you guys didn't know that?
Oh,
Yes.
I didn't know that either.
We're learning things here.
Okay, so, well, actually, yes, I knew it would be extremely tough. And, you know, the championship was, finished and on racing. And all of a sudden, when I decided to do the show, I knew it would be a very time demanding. And she's very corporate. She was very nice. She said, you know what, whatever we need, let's postpone for next year and it'll be fine. So I'm a very lucky person, I guess.
I better be invited. Am I
You will
invited?
be. You all be
we?
invited. Of course, yeah. You're all going to be dancing over there. That'll be great.
We'll all dance.
Excellent. So who do you think will win Dancing with the Stars? That's the quick vote right now on Larry's website, cnn.com/Larry King. Head there right now and vote for your favorite contestant. When we come back, we'll meet the dance partners. Here they are. Stick around.
Good morning, sunbeams will soon stop you. Good morning to you. And you, and you, and you. Roll up those
Larry King Live, brought to you by CSX.
If it's going to be in your life, it'll probably be on our trains. CSX, how tomorrow moves.
There's one at every party. The designated loud talker. The designated hair product guy. The designated bad dancer. And of course, the designated spiller. The designated wandering eyes guy. And what is that? The designated appetizer hog. And me, I'm the designated driver.
We all play a part. Thanks for being responsible.
Get on in there, tumbleweed.
At Infinity, we believe a vehicle should deliver all-wheel control when you need it and V8 performance when you want it. Introducing the new Infinity V8 M45 with intelligent all-wheel drive. A driver's car, inside and out. The new M from Infinity.
The phone company has an important message for its customers. Don't listen to Vonage.
Well, over 2 million people have already switched to Vonage.
Oh, really?
With Vonage, you get unlimited local and long-distance calls for just $24.99 a month.
Unlimited for just $24.99?
What do you charge?
Hey, for over 100 years, the only thing we've changed is...
Your prices?
Whoa.
Sign up now with Vonage and get 1 month free using your high-speed internet connection. Call 1-800-981-1505 or go online today.
Tsar Pudden, Friday, November 30th.
One person can make a difference. Today, that person is you. Go to cnn.com/impact to learn how you can help. It's easy. Being part of the solution is a click away at cnn.com/impact. Impact your world today.
I'm an American. I live in a democracy. I go against the grain.
Thinking more about the world.
Should question authority.
Cannot give our children this debt. I'm for the war.
Solid state of politics today.
HIV and AIDS.
Protect American citizens. The future of our planet is at stake.
I have my own ideas. Maybe they open your Bible, especially with poverty and free thinking.
Freedom of choices. Independence of thought.
That's the issue. That's the issue.
Welcome back. I'm Mario Lopez, and now we're joined by the talented dance partners of these fine celebrities. Meet Marie's partner, Jonathan Roberts, here with Elio as his prettier half, Julianne Hough, and Melanie Brown's dance partner, Maxim Shmerkovsky, rounds out the group. How you guys doing?
Good.
Excellent.
Good.
I got to tell you, I got to give you just a positive just shout out right off the bat, I think the pro dancers are the hardest working people in show business.
I agree with
Wow,
you.
Because, and that's a bold statement, but I'll back it up by saying, oh, thank you, Mel. Not only do you come up with original, I don't know if the public knows this, not only do you come up with original choreography every week, but you also have to obviously dance with a partner and coach and teach them. And at the same time, you're sometimes playing counselor and psychologist and physical therapist. Many hats they wear. Many, many hats. I don't know what you're compensated, but I'm sure it's not enough.
Well, thanks for noticing.
How does it feel, though? All that hard work, all that time, how does it feel to finally make it to the finals now?
It pays off, you know? I mean, we are so proud of our partners for getting that far. They do have to learn a lot. We have to teach a lot. And it's hard work, but to get there, in the end, it's all worth it.
This is the first time John's been to the finals.
I know, and I am so excited. And that's why you are going to suffer all this week, because I am going to push you.
Well, John, let's take a little look here at some of Marie and Jonathan's most memorable moments so far. Very nice. Come a long way there. Now, Julianne was the professional half of last season's winning couple. Does that give her and Elio an edge? Or are expectations even higher? Let's take a look at their dancing.
I hope so.
So there's never, you don't get together as a couple and watch what you did, like the night before and get to
Not
critique
really.
it?
You know, we do the dance and then we move on to the next day. So
That's right. For me, it's better. I mean, I kind of like want to learn right away the next, routine. And if I try to think what happened to the past, you know, it's bad. So I turn the page, move on. Whatever happened, happens, you know?
All right, well, now let's take a look at Melanie and Maxim in action on the dance floor. Melanie, you seem very proud of your work there. How do you feel looking back and seeing all your body of work?
I can't believe I actually do it like that. You know, when I'm in the moment, it all seems a bit of a blur. But then watching it back on TiVo, I'm like, wow, I actually made it through and didn't look too bad.
What people don't know is that she's in a blur while she's doing it too. So
is it sort of surreal,
All right,
Melanie?
Max,
Is it,
be
you
nice.
look at it and you think, wow, that's not me, or I've transformed into this other type of performer that I didn't know existed?
Yeah, I'm very proud of myself. Max is a very good teacher. He makes me look good. Well done,
and a
Max.
very good psychiatrist.
No more compliments.
You're welcome, Mel.
You know, it's a unique situation because there's not many situations, especially on television, where you rely so much on teamwork, as in on this show. And it's such an important component. I know it's thrown around as a common phrase, but it truly epitomizes teamwork. Have you learned more about yourself or working as a team with this experience of the show?
Especially you've never met this person before, and all of a sudden for 3 months you spend like 8 to 10 hours a day with them.
And every moment you're sitting there criticizing each other, building each other up. You deal with like the judges' criticism.
You literally get on each other's nerves.
I was going to say, because everybody assumes that we're the ones changing them into dancers, and that's not entirely true. They change us as people too. You know, I turned from a very serious person into a clown, class clown with that one. Thanks, Mel. But you know, we learn a lot.
You learn a lot from each other. It's not just about dance, so it helps you grow as an individual.
Yes. So basically, I work with the team. I mean, in my business, you know, I have like 25 or 30 guys, and well.
Yeah, but he's the one being in control, and I think we've both learned actually this season to keep the trust going.
I control my machine, but this one I cannot control, man. It's a troublemaker.
She's the quarterback of that team, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But no, we've learned a lot.
So are you a machine in this partnership?
Our finalists and their dance partners will continue talking and arguing and return shortly. But when we come back, we'll talk to the judges.
Notice we're fine over here.
Yes, you are. I see that. One of the hosts, our last season's winner, Apollo Ono. And we're just getting warmed up, everybody. Stay with us. Don't go away.
But I think the king of speed has now become the king of charm.
It was truly a great... I tell you what, that could have been on pay-per-view.
I think you got more hip action lying in those hips. You got to wake it up and bring it to the floor.
You gyrated, you rotated, and you pulsated. It was like watching a stripper.
But the feisty kitten was out tonight, and she was right on the money.
Cavett Vineyards, Trentino, Italy.
Un'altezza da 70 a 700 metri. 800 mm di pura pioggia. 263 giorni di sole.
In northern Italy, perfect conditions translate into the world's finest Pinot Grigio, Pinot Noir, and luscious Riesling. Cavett, the #1 Italian wine in America. The Cavett Collection, elevating life.
People love their Hover-Round power chairs.
You made me love you.
I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it.
Hi, I'm Tom Cruise, inventor of the Hover-Round. I can't sing, but I can guarantee you'll love what you can do in your Hover-Round.
I love getting out of my house again, and boy, is it easy.
I love Hover-Round because it did not cost me 1 penny.
I'm amazed at the people who say they love us just because we got them their Hover-Round at little or no cost.
It's time you fell in love with a Hover-Round and learned how to be independent again. Call today to get this free information kit, which includes a free video and a free test drive certificate. You'll also get this special comparison guide that tells you how to choose the power chair that's right for you.
You made me love you.
Call 1-800-773-0027 today. That's 1-800-773-0027.
Tomorrow at 6 a.m., the most news in the morning. How our troops on the front lines in Iraq are spending the holiday. Tomorrow, only on CNN.
Great holiday gifts my husband's given me. A pool table, a 72-inch plasma TV, a set of golf clubs. I didn't know I played. Well, after coming to an understanding, this year Jack let me pick my own gift. A brand new Cadillac. Honey, your taste has come a long, long way.
With attractive offers on all our 2008 models, it's the perfect time to give the gift of luxury. Season's best. From Cadillac.
You sure you don't want some? It's chamomile. Listen, you are extremely terrifying. Just the scariest undead subhuman thing on TV, and I really mean that. But I am worried that you could give my kids nightmares if they see you, so I'm gonna have to block you. So that's it. Oh, and tell the zombies they're blocked too.
Campbell Brown's first CNN special, Campaign Killers. CNN 1 week from tonight. CNN, the most trusted name in news.
I can't do it.
You cannot do well in this competition without putting all the hours you can possibly give into training.
How am I going to do this? Those who have trained hard and have been focused just on this competition usually make that great first impression.
What was that? To make a good first impression, you have to be mentally ready as well.
You make me nervous and I forget the steps.
Whatever helps you to mentally prepare to go live to America, do it.
We're back, and we're now joined by Dancing with the Stars judges Carrie-Ann Inaba and Bruno Tonioli. And, of course, in Salt Lake City, we have last season's winner, Apollo Ono, and one of the hosts of the show, Samantha Harris. Welcome, everyone.
Hello.
Good to see you guys.
Nice to see you.
I must say, Larry, you look amazing.
Well, you know.
Don't you think so?
Well, proper diet and exercise will do a lot of
I want
things.
that diet. I want that exercise now.
Hi, Apollo.
Hi.
Oh, yeah, Apollo.
A
Miss you.
mini reunion here. I want to start off by asking Bruno and Carrie-Ann.
Yes.
Do you pride yourself on this being a legitimate, true dance show competition?
Of course it is. Of course it is. I mean, it is based upon ballroom and Latin. And you've done it. You know how much work is a serious, serious competition. If you don't put the work, if you don't work hard, you'll not get to that final. Forget it. You know.
No, I do know. But it seems to me, and I think to a lot of the public out there too, that every season has its share of controversy, though. If we take it down the line a little bit, in the first season, we had Kelly Monaco winning, and it was so controversial that they had a dance-off, and John O'Hurley ended up being the victor. Second season, Stacy Keibler, who was clearly the best dancer, doesn't even make it to the finals. Third season, whatever with that. And then the next season, let's speak of this season, Sabrina Bryan. Sabrina Bryan, who happens to be probably the best female dancer that the show has had.
She should have made the final.
Even in the top, not even in the top 5.
Yeah, but it's not us. It's the public.
Well, that's my thought. What are your thoughts?
Okay.
Why is that the case, though?
This is what I think. I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
I think this is because the show is not only about dancing. Dancing is obviously what we're looking for the judges. For the three of us, we're looking for the dancing, right? But the audience gets to look at the people and the transformations they make as they come into the show. And I noticed that people really get behind the people that kind of have this sudden growth and suddenly start like becoming a ballroom dancer, becoming a Latin dancer. That's what I've noticed, that I think people really get excited for that because they can relate to that. And what's great is the American public can vote for whatever they want to. We three have to vote on the judge of the dancing. We have to judge on the dancing.
We can only guide.
Yeah.
Look at our scores. Look exactly what we do at the end of the night.
Yeah, they're really actually quite obvious. I mean, as you saw, you can tell with who you want to go to the finals by how you score, in a sense.
Well, actually, it's up to what they do on the dance floor. I mean, of course, naturally, there's people that you're going to want to see. We're human beings, okay? But they have to bring it to the floor. If it's not in the routine, you can't give the score.
Okay, well, with that said, then, it seems that, to me again, to the public.
And there's nothing.
No, it just seems like come the semifinals, all right, come the semifinals, when it's really crunch time and you're asking everybody to up their game, it seems like all of a sudden 9s and 10s are starting to fly around everywhere. And it seems like the playing field ends up being very even, and you're like, okay, public, there you have it.
I can this year, if you look at the two
But Bruno, if I may interrupt, but isn't that the time that you should be the most meticulous and really point out the subtle nuances and really educate the public on who has become the better dancer?
But we did. If you listen what we said, or what I said, I don't know what the other do, but I know what I'm doing. And if you see my scoring and the way I scored the night, I'm absolutely standing by. Melanie and Elio definitely are equal. Coming from the backgrounds they come, what they delivered, top notch. And Jenny, breakthrough night. Marie, I love her to death. I love her to death. And Claire, incredible performer, but as dancer, she's not as good as the others.
But listen, it is slightly subjective.
You got it.
We come from 3 different backgrounds, and I think that's what keeps it fair. I look for certain things, Bruno looks for certain things. I look for the way my body reacts to things. You know, it's got to be something special and magical for a 10 to come out. If not, it just doesn't happen. You know what I mean? There's got to be that X factor that's almost indescribable for a 10 to happen for me. And, you know, I think that we have been scoring very well this year. I think it's been a really good season as far as scoring goes.
But it is the nature of the beast. That's why this is so exciting. You know, we can only guide. We always say we give our opinion. We're not infallible. The American public has the right. We're doing it for them and not doing it for me. We're doing it for America. So if America decides that they want this winner, who am I to say? No, you shouldn't.
They are making America a better place one dancer at a time.
And God bless him for it. For one dancer who's definitely a great guy and a great dancer. He won last season. Apollo, how you doing up there in Salt Lake City, buddy?
I'm doing good. Weather's good, too.
Have you been keeping up with your dancing?
Well, as much as I can. I've been doing a lot of training. I've been watching the show, which is kind of keeping up with the dancing.
So, of course, we know probably who you want to have.
What do you think about the dancing this time around? How do you think you would have fared this season?
I'm glad that I'm not in this seat. I think people are dancing really well. Honestly, the very first show that I watched, I was amazed at how good people were right off the bat. When I go back and I watch YouTube videos of my very first time dancing, I have to stop halfway because I don't want to watch anymore.
Oh, you were good too.
You were brilliant.
And watching back right now, what we can see, you were amazing.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Well, I had a very good. I mean, obviously, I think I had the best partner. I mean, Julianne, I could literally just stand there stiff, and she could just dance around me, do cartwheels and flips in my head, and we'd probably still do really well.
No, you wouldn't have actually, not with us.
At least not tonight.
We would have.
You still one of the best rides we've ever had in Dancing with the Stars.
Thank you.
Samantha, I want to get to you in a second, but listen, we will be right back. More with our judges, co-host, and Apollo when we come back, and still ahead, the finalists and dancers return. Stay with us.
10.
10. 10.
She's telling me we'll be wet. She's picked out a king-size bed. I couldn't be any better, or I'd be sad. Tell me quick. Oh, ain't that a kick? Tell me quick, ain't that a kick in the head?
There's one at every party. The designated loud talker. The designated hair product guy. The designated bad dancer. Of course, the designated spiller. The designated wandering eyes guy. And what is that? The designated appetizer hog. And me, I'm the designated driver.
We all play a part. Thanks for being responsible.
Get on in there, tumbleweed.
Say cheese.
Cheese. Hey, you two. Long time no see.
How about Uncle Joe? Seems strange not seeing him here. I miss him.
I miss his jokes here. Same each year, but I still miss him. Yeah.
How's Aunt Stella doing since Uncle Joe died?
Pretty fair, I'd say. You know, Uncle Joe had one of those Colonial Penn life insurance policies.
That's a relief.
Mm-hmm. Aunt Stella used his insurance money to help pay for the funeral and other bills.
You have life insurance?
I sure do. Honey, it costs as much to bury a woman as it does a man.
Sure. But at my age, I don't think I could afford it.
You just need the right kind. We got insurance from Colonial Penn at an affordable rate.
Hard to get?
No, you just pick up the phone and call.
She's right. If you're 50 to 85, write down the toll-free number on your screen and call about guaranteed acceptance life insurance from Colonial Penn. Colonial Penn makes it easy. It costs just $7.95 a month per unit, about 25 cents a day. There's no medical exam, no health questions, guaranteed. You can't be turned down. For added peace of mind, Colonial Penn also guarantees your rate will never go up and your benefit will never go down due to age. Since 1994, over 5 million people have called about this affordable coverage. Make sure your family has money to help cover funeral costs, medical bills, credit card balances, or other final expenses. So pick up the phone, call for free information and a free gift. Lines are open now.
Call 1-800-655-3399 to receive free information in the mail. You'll get this handy guide to Social Security absolutely free. Call 1-800-655-3399 or visit our website at colonialpenn.com. There's no risk or obligation. That number again is 1-800-655-3399. Call now.
CNN Thanksgiving Day. Make a feast of some of CNN's top investigations in 2007. And for dessert, dig into 50 years of pop culture. A day of the year's best documentaries. CNN Thanksgiving Day starting at 1 Eastern.
More
video. More news, more people saying, I just saw it on CNN.com.
Jenny and Derek, Elio and Julianne on this 9th week of competition, the couple with the lowest combined total and therefore leaving right now. Jenny and Derek. And the crowd comes to their feet. Come on, Jenny.
And we're back, of course, with Carrie Ann Inaba, Bruno Tonioli, and Samantha Harris, and Apollo Ono joining us from Salt Lake City. We saw Jenny get eliminated, and she had quite a journey because she was struggling and in some of her dances, but she definitely made improvements, and I thought she was peaking at just the right time.
She did. I think that cha-cha-cha for me was when I finally saw, I kept saying, it lacks the luster, it lacks the continuity, the commitment, the star power. And for me, it just happened with the cha-cha-cha.
And one thing about Jenny, and I think we went over it again and again throughout the season, was her level of confidence and whether or not she was confident enough when she hit the dance floor because she was so nervous. And she said last night to Tom at the very end, it was never that she lacked confidence, it's that she getting out there and performing, as you well know, in front of millions of people in a live ballroom of 500 is really nerve-wracking. And I think she really overcame that, and by the end really grew so much, and that's what the show's about so much.
Good for her.
And it's good to say, but you know, you were hotter. You were hotter. I think we need that Latino. I tell you, Super Mario we do miss.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mario we miss.
I miss you,
We want to do an encore show.
Let's bring you
back.
back the best of the best.
Let's do it. Get it all set up, my friend.
Sabrina, we get and then we get you and Cameron in a Matheson in like a shirt off dance on. Because Bruno wants
that's another show.
Let's all wear phones.
That is another show.
I thought we were on.
No, let's go too far.
Samantha, I gotta ask, because I know a lot of viewers have been wanting to know. You had a baby recently, and it seems like a couple weeks later you were back on the show.
I was.
Looking thinner than ever, by the way.
Well, I don't know about that, but 3 weeks after Jocelyn was born, I came back to the show. She was due 2 weeks after the premiere, but she came the day before we premiered. So I was in the hospital watching the premiere of the show, holding this new baby, saying, wow, this is such a blessing and so fabulous. And boy, I also missed my show. So I was really excited to get back. And thankfully, I felt great. I really bounced back very quickly in terms of feeling well.
How were you able to do that, though? Because most people...
Lucky, I guess. I think it was, I worked out throughout my pregnancy up to my 35th week, which I think helped because I was already kind of a fitness buff beforehand. And I think that helped keep my body strong throughout my pregnancy. And I think it really helped get back quickly on my feet. I will say, though, the first week and a half out of the hospital, 2 weeks, was not easy. And I would be lying to say, hey, I just came home from the hospital, woohoo, I'm ready to go. And not so much, not so fast.
Yeah, but you were radiant. You're radiant and glowing.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you.
Well, I have a happy little baby at home, of course.
And ripped. In a great shape.
It's good. Well, carrying that baby.
It's a good workout.
Work out the guns.
Bruno, or Karen, was there ever a time where you regretted any comments that you made towards the celebrities?
When I told them she sounded like a truck driver, I did feel bad. Sorry, Melody. I know, but I didn't mean it that way.
No,
I just meant she's kind of tough,
And I actually felt bad for you, but I know you meant it as a compliment. We've discussed
I know.
when she called, I forgot someone a cougar.
I know. I called Maria Cougar too, and a lot of people called me like, "Oh my God, you called Maria Cougar."
Nasty piece of work.
I'm like, hey, being a cougar is a great thing. Okay, cougar is.
What is this business with cougar? See, I don't know because I'm Italian.
Hot woman.
Well, that's not an insult. That's good.
Well, there's a gray area there, which we'll discuss.
But I slightly regret when people misunderstood my comment on Billy Ray. There was a lot made about my comment, and I didn't actually say to Billy Ray, you're crap. I said, we were having a conversation. It was a conversation with Carrie Ann.
But it was also about the dancing in the particular thing that he is a person.
That's it. It wasn't directed to him. We were having a conversation, discussion.
I remember watching that show, Bruno, and you don't have a mean bone in your body.
I want to come to the defense of the judges for 1 second, because the bottom line is you have a really tough job, and you have to be critical, but they're so constructive. And I know, obviously, standing on the floor, it's different because you are getting the criticism after working so hard on rehearsing, but it's all really in a positive light. Unlike some other reality shows that are cruel in their judging.
That's what's great about the show, I must say. And it is not mean-spirited, aside from it being a family-oriented show. It really puts the celebrities in a positive light. It helps sort of catapult their career, really give them a boost. And it's a very feel-good type of show, and there's not that much programming out there like that.
No. Also, you know, it makes you guys are, what's so wonderful about all of you who come on the show, the celebrities, you make yourself vulnerable. And I think it's so inspiring to the people at home who kind of aspire to be like you all, and they look at you and you guys give it your best, you make yourself vulnerable, you try something new, and they think in their lives, you know what, I can try something new too as well. And I think that's fantastic.
It inspires, it is a celebration, and it creates inspiration. That's what this all about. And it's all done with sense of fun. Whatever I say, I'm not saying it to insult anybody.
No.
I like to have maybe you'll have a bit of a laugh with you.
You're all about entertainment and inspiration, Bruno, I get
it. There's a little bit of spice thrown in, but it's never meant to be an insult. That absolutely not.
Of course. Well, a big thanks to Carrie Ann, Bruno, Apollo, and Samantha. When we come back, finalists and dance partners. I'm Mario Lopez, and this is Larry King Live. Stay with us.
It's really important I do well because the main competition is in my head. So I have to do well for me. Otherwise, I'm going to let myself down, and I'm going to let my dance partner down. What are we doing?
Reach out, touch faith. Reach out, touch faith. Your own personal Jesus.
Larry King Live, brought to you by CSX.
What can a car that gets 50 miles per gallon do for the environment? Not nearly as much as the car that's carrying it. Our trains can move a ton of freight 423 miles on 1 gallon of fuel. CSX, how tomorrow moves.
Well, I married my dream girl, but she didn't tell me her credit was bad. So now instead of living in a pleasant suburb, we're living in the basement at her mom and dad's. No, we can't get a loan for a respectable home just because my girl defaulted on some old credit card. If we'd gone to freecreditreport.com, I'd be a happy bachelor with a dog and a yard.
Offer applies with enrollment and Triple Advantage.
What are your future goals in life? Money for the down payment on a new home? Tuition for your kids' education? Start investing today for the things you want with ShareBuilder, and we'll match the first $50 you invest. Go to our website now and follow 3 easy steps. For a limited time, we'll match the first $50 you invest when you open your account. Start investing for the things you want with ShareBuilder. Investing made easy. Investment results vary and are subject to market risk, including the loss of principal. This special $50 TV offer is available for a limited time and only at the website shown.
Would you like to build wealth with real estate investing? Log on to UGGinvests.com for a free listing of investment properties now.
Hi, I'm John Hayes, President and CEO of Homevestors, the We Buy Ugly Houses people. Our franchisees know real estate, selling thousands of as-is, rehabbed, and rent-ready houses each year to investors. Homevestors has the right investment property at the right price.
Be the first to get new listings of houses in your area. Log on to UGGinvests.com, an amazing free service from Homevestors.
On January 1st, Cool TV becomes True TV. No actors, no scripts, no second takes. 100% real. Cool TV becomes True TV. January 1st.
Campbell Brown's first CNN special, Campaign Killers. CNN 1 week from tonight.
More video, more news, more people saying, I just saw it on CNN.com.
Hey, you guys, congratulations. I am so proud of you. You're all unbelievable, amazing. I mean, you have grown into these amazingly wonderful performers, and the whole of America's in love with you, and you deserve it so much. And I know firsthand from hanging out with you guys backstage and all that training that we did, you know, it's an amazing journey. And here you are, you're at the finale, and as far as I'm concerned, you've all won. You really have. astounding. And I'm thrilled for you, and I cannot wait to see you again so we can all have fun and you know, we can kick up our heels after this is over, because trust me, the body starts feeling really good when you finish.
Jane Seymour, of course, wishing everyone well. I'm Mario Lopez from Extra, filling in for Larry King. And we're back with finalists Marie Osmond and Elio Castroneves. And they're joined by their dance partners, Jonathan Roberts and Julianne Hough. And Melanie Brown isn't here, but her dance partner, Maxim, is here to represent. And don't forget, you can still vote for who you think will win at CNN.com/Larry King.
And Mario here.
Yes.
I have to disagree with Bruno. You know, I think in the beginning of the competition, you can say that Elio and Mel were one of the best dancers. But this competition is all about who improves the most. And if we look at now the three finalists, I think Marie has improved more than anyone else, and now it's up to each of them have their own strengths. Who can say speed is more important than elegance is more important than playing a character? All three of those finalists bring something that the other one doesn't bring, and that's what makes each one special and unique. So I don't agree with Bruno.
Well, first of all, I admire you having your partners back and supporting her. But you know what? To your point, it's not a race. It's not who crosses the finish line first, and there's a clear-cut winner. Obviously, you're judging art and beauty are in the eye of the beholder, so there's credence to your point.
I appreciate that. And you know, Bruno has, you know, he has his sight and his vision. We know he needs glasses now. But the fact is, no, it's everybody, you know, it's opinions. It's whoever you like. I mean, if you want to vote for a guy, you vote for him. You want to vote for girls, you vote for Mel and myself. But I'm really happy because I definitely am the older competitor here. And, you know, as much as they say that they're comparing me to Elio, I'm being compared to Julianne. And because you can't take your eyes off her. And so, because they watch the judges.
You're talking about, let's judge the judges for a second, if you will. All right? Let's go down the line here.
We still have one more round, so we can't say much.
Can we do this next week?
then take it as you will. But who's the toughest, would you say?
Oh, man. I think everybody, each week, they almost take turns. That's how it feels. But
it's like, you be tough this week, I'll be tough next week.
No, I mean, they all have their unique, you know, what they're pointing out, what they're looking for, and it just depends how well you do that day. I respect each one of them and exactly what they say, and we try to take that, and I don't know, some of them are more critical than the others.
The worst thing that I notice, actually, is sometimes when they say that you did good, and they don't tell what to improve. Like, for example, I remember one of the dance that we had, and Len was telling about the heel lead and stuff like that. It
helped so much.
It helped a lot because now I'm focusing about in what they're gonna look, details, and so far it's been an incredible, interesting situation.
And you have to remember, this is a television show.
Yes.
This is not rocket science, and it's part of entertainment, and they provide that element of entertainment to it, and I think they do a great job at it.
And at the same time, as opposed to other competition shows where it's not like American Idol, where the celebrities aren't looking for a future as a professional dancer, it really is about the entertainment and taking the journey.
Every celebrity that has done the show that I've seen, I mean, they're all very successful in their careers. I mean, look what he's accomplished in his life. And, you know, I mean, I've accomplished a few things. And, I mean, Mel, look at what the fact that, I mean, she and I are both going on tour. I start the 29th. I haven't even rehearsed yet. And so, I mean, we're kind of like these workers, you know, and I did an album in 5 weeks that should have taken 6 months. And I mean, it's just all this stuff. So we're here to have a good time, too.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, I don't think the public truly realizes how much hard work really goes into it. How many man hours you're actually putting into it. I know exactly. That's why I'm making the point. Because especially when you're juggling things. I remember I was very busy, and it would have been a lot easier had I just had to focus on dancing. But you've got a concert to worry about your family. And then I know, Elio, I know you've...
Yeah. I mean, Mario, let me tell you, I never thought dancing, it's like the way I'm thinking right now, it's like a sport. You know, it's so physical. I mean, those guys here, they actually working us extremely hard. Obviously, they want to make us push it to our limit, you know, and it is amazing. I mean,
with all due respect, this is called dance sport. So we actually are a sport.
But people don't realize, you know, that it's like, oh, it's all right, just go around and hey, beautiful. Yeah, no, it's not that. It's unbelievable.
It's work. It's a lot of tough work. So that's great that you have such a respect for it. Now, more with our Dancing with the Stars panel when we come back. Stay with us.
Show me again, almighty choreographer. It's important to dazzle the fans because they're the ones keeping me here. Now I just have to get the judges on my side.
Boom.
At this stage in the game, you give it everything you have.
Why does cold and flu medicine have to taste so bad? Try new Zicam Multi-Symptom. It's powerful relief that's virtually tasteless. Just add it to your favorite hot or cold drink. Now that's something to smile about. New Zicam Multi-Symptom. The medicine you need, the taste you choose.
It's a tough job being a firefighter, and if you have a cold, it can be 10 times as tough. And the sooner you get to a situation, the sooner you can control it. And it's the way Zicam works. If you can feel a cold coming on, and you can get to it right away, the easier it is to control.
Get Zicam and get over your cold 3 times faster.
Friday, November 30th, the dark side of Putin's Russia. Christian Amanpour investigates Tsar Putin. Friday, November 30th.
A new look at form, a new study of fashion, intelligent function, and unmatched detail. It's Urban Innovations by Wix, a fresh new collection of smart ideas for urban living, a modern addition to all the latest styles. Wix makes everything affordable. And now during Wix 4-day after Thanksgiving sale, get a 10% instant rebate store-wide, plus free delivery and free interest till 2010. Hurry, sale ends Monday.
What's your mojo? We've got it working in 100% high definition. With a lineup of brand new shows for your mojo.
Brian Regan, live in concert. Brian Regan, diesel-powered comedy. High-octane laugh. Brian Regan, get ready to laugh.
Is this for my tour? I mean, why not just have me on stage with a regular mic, talking into it?
Brian Regan in concert at Comedy Central live event. Go to ComedyCentral.com for tickets and tour dates.
This month, spend some time with Comcast and Fine Living. Between daytime, work time, and nighttime, you have no time. To get more time, check out Time Makeover, weekends at 8 p.m. only on Fine Living. To cook better, get out of the kitchen. Fine Living TV Network's Shopping with Chefs is the first show to reveal what the pros buy when they shop for themselves. Shopping with Chefs, weekends at 1 only on Fine Living. Comcast Channel 184. Tune in to Comcast.
Been waiting for the CNN YouTube Republican debate 1 week from tonight.
CNN, the most trusted name in news.
So who do you think's gonna win Dancing with the Stars?
Murray and Jonathan.
Scary Spice. I think Melanie Brown.
Julianne.
Yes.
And Elio is my pick.
Why?
Because they're the best. Julianne's choreography is the best there. Their dancing is, I think, superior to everybody else's.
Who do you think's gonna win?
I know exactly who's gonna win. Mario. Mario's gonna win. Even though he won last year, he played last year, he might win this year. So he's one of those guys that can come back and win it again.
Even though he's not in it?
Even though he's not in it, he can win again.
What show is that guy watching? I love him though anyway. God bless you. That's great. It's great how you see there's such diversity and everyone has their favorites and they can relate to. Julianne, your brother was on the show as Jenny Garth's partner. How was it competing against your brother?
Everybody wanted there to be this brother-sister rivalry, but we've always been the kind of people that support each other and help each other out. And I know I would, give Jenny a few tips backstage, and Derek would help Elliot out just a little bit. And I don't know, I would have liked it to, have been brother-sister rivalry in the final. That would have been fun, and kick my older brother's butt. But, it didn't happen. But I'm really proud of him. This is his first season, and he brought Jenny so far, not only in dancing, but with her confidence and everything. So I was really proud of him and supporting him all the way.
Now going over some of these surprise moments of the season. I think the standout, of course, is our cheater girl, Sabrina. Brian, her being eliminated when she was. How was the feeling among the contestants?
Everyone basically was shocked. You know, I mean, we all definitely. I mean, you could clearly see she was one of the best dancers out there.
She was a dancer.
Yeah.
Look at her.
And
after Sabrina got kicked off, every single person freaked out next week because we thought if Sabrina can go, anybody can.
She was almost like our motivation. Like, keep pushing yourself so you can, you know, be up there with her. So
That probably answers the question of what the show is about, and you know, it is up to the viewers, and we could sit here and argue with the judges and not like their opinions and what they have to say, but at the end of the day, whatever the audience decide, that's what it is, you know. And I just wanted to add that, you know, it doesn't really matter who improved the most or who started off as being a semi-pro. You know, I can start dancing with a complete beginner, but I'll try to do the best possible job in camouflaging that. So, if you know, everybody has their strategy. I think Mel and I are very calm about this competition. We have been since the week one, exactly because I knew that something like Sabrina might happen, and especially after that. There's nothing to worry about.
We'll continue to go over some of the highlights of the season. The time is flying by, everyone. We will be right back with our final segment. So please, stay tuned.
all right, so you tell me what I need to do. I'll follow your instructions. Oh my Lord.
And quick, slow.
Oh yeah. Wow, man, I'm telling you, I'm dancing. Woo-hoo.
I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. I've sunshine enough to spread. It's just like the fella.
Hi, it's Vince with ShamWow. You'll be saying wow every time you use this towel. It's like a chamois, it's like a towel, it's like a sponge. A regular towel doesn't work wet. This works wet or dry. This is for the house, the car, the boat, the RV. ShamWow holds 20 times its weight in liquid. Look at this. It just does the work. Why do you want to work twice as hard? Doesn't drip. Doesn't make a mess. Wring it out. You wash it in the washing machine. Made in Germany. You know the Germans always make good stuff. You can cut it in half. Use one as a bath mat. Drain your dishes with the other one. Use one as a towel. Olympic divers, they use it as a towel. Look at that, completely dry. Put a wet sweater, roll it up. It dries your sweaters. Here's some cola. Wine, coffee, cola, pet stains. Not only is the damage going to be on top, there's your mildew. That is going to smell. See that? The most observed. We're going to do this in real time. Look at this. Put on the spill, turn it over without even putting any pressure. 50% of the cola right there. You follow me, camera guy? The other 50%, the color starts to come up. No other towel's gonna do that. It acts like a vacuum. And look at this, virtually dry on the bottom. See what I'm telling you? ShamWow, you'll be saying wow every time.
I can't live without it. I just love it.
Oh my gosh, I don't even buy paper towels anymore.
If you're gonna wash your cars or any kind of vehicle, you'd be out of your mind not to own one of these.
All I can say is ShamWow.
You're gonna spend $20 every month on paper towels anyway. You're throwing your money away. The mini ShamWows are for everything, for everyday use. This lasts 10 years. This lasts a week. I don't know, it sells itself. The ShamWow sells for $19.95, but you get one for the house, one for the car, two for the kitchen and bathroom. But if you call now, within the next 20 minutes, because we can't do this all day, we'll give you a second set absolutely free. So that's 8 ShamWows for $19.95. Comes with a 10-year warranty. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-951-4797. That's 1-800-951-4797. ShamWow is not available in stores. Call 1-800-951-4797. That's 1-800-951-4797. Call now.
CNN Thanksgiving Day. Make a feast of some of CNN's top investigations in 2007. And for dessert, dig into 50 years of pop culture. A day of the year's best documentaries. CNN Thanksgiving Day starting at 1 Eastern.
CNN's Nevada Debate, the most watched primary debate in cable news ever.
Yes or no?
What did you mean, Campbell?
You support nuclear energy.
Next week, the CNN YouTube debate. Wednesday the 28th, 8 Eastern on CNN.
Welcome back. I'm Mario Lopez from Extra, filling in for Larry King, and we are joined by the Dancing with the Stars finalists and their wonderful partners, of course. Now, we're going over some of the highlights of the season before we went to break, and we talked about, of course, Sabrina, and I think what stands out in everyone's mind, I don't know if it's necessarily a highlight, but a moment is when you fainted, my dear.
Of course you would bring that up again.
Now, we have a clip, if we can show. Oh, well, it happened. It was so quick. Jonathan, I gotta ask, what was that like, in your perspective?
You know, Marie and I...
Because you had your arm around her.
I mean,
that's what I was thinking.
We finished dancing, and she was so excited. Well, I could tell she was breathing hard through the whole dance, and she was jumping up and down, and I just happened to be grabbing her.
All through it.
And then I felt her weight go, and at first I thought she was joking, and then when she was just out, I just panicked, you know?
What went through my mind? There she is. And there she goes.
But then when she's laying there and her kids are going, Mom, 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 and she's not moving, then we got scared.
See, you had your arm around her, and at that point I'm thinking, I never want to be drowning with Jonathan around, because God forbid, I'm a goner. The man's got a grip.
It was comforting for me to know that not very many people saw that.
Right, exactly. No one could tell. But I'll tell you what, Marie, what I found fascinating about it is how quickly you bounced back and you were...
Well,
I'm back, and here we are.
Was I terrified? I woke up, I saw my son, and I saw John, and then I saw Tom, and I went, oh, crap. And so, I mean, the first thing you do is, wake up!
No, she
It
was
was
backstage,
terrible.
like, I'm okay, I am okay. We were like, are you sure you just fainted? And she, no, I'm okay. I was like, okay, all right. She definitely is okay.
Well, we could laugh about it now, thank goodness.
Yes.
So everything is fine.
Oh, we laughed about it. We definitely laughed about it.
Well, I've got an email question I want to get to from Marie from Mallory in Syracuse. And Marie writes, hi, Marie. With all you've been through, how has dancing helped you? And good luck.
Oh, how sweet. Do you know, it's really interesting because I have gotten thousands of emails in response to a lot of women out there who are my age. You know, I'm a single mom, and you kind of get in your 40s and you feel like, well, my life is kind of done and it's a young person's world. It is not. It has been great for me. I've lost weight. I feel good. I did it healthy. And it says to other women, never give up. You know, this life is too great. I'm smarter than I've ever been. Finally! And I'm having more fun than I've ever had. And really, that's why I did the show, is to say, you know what, this is not just a young person's sport. It's an every person's sport.
It definitely
and
is.
that's why I
the
did
beautiful
it.
thing about dancing is you can do it for the rest of your life. One more quick email question. This is for Elio. Elio from Melissa in Dayton, Ohio. She wants to know, when you won the Indy 500, you climbed the fence and you drank milk. What will you do if you win Dancing with the Stars?
Wow, Melissa, that was milk. I mean, I don't know, actually, that's a good problem to have right now. Yeah, it's tradition in Indy, so hopefully we have champagne there. That would be interesting.
We can build a fence or something.
It's a good problem to have.
And maybe a big kiss.
Hey, here we go.
We already did that.
All right, well, everyone, that is unfortunately all we have time for tonight. Don't forget to check out Larry's website, cnn.com/Larry King. There is still time to vote for who you think will win Dancing with the Stars. Thanks to Larry. A big thank you for letting me fill in. I'm Mario Lopez.
Tonight, the federal government demonstrates it cannot enforce all our immigration laws. Federal agents in one community are simply overwhelmed by our illegal immigration crisis. Also, lawmakers finally take some action to help Americans pummeled by the mortgage crisis. But is it too little, too late? And parents struggle to find alternatives to dangerous toys from justice for Border Patrol agents who were given harsh prison sentences. Presidential candidate Congressman Duncan Hunter will join us. All that, the day's news, much more straight ahead tonight.
This is Lou Dobbs Tonight. News, debate, and opinion for women.